Luo Feng looked at the Wugu ancestor coldly, still not giving up. Still want to fight. After all, the Wugu ancestor is a being comparable to the cultivator lord, naturally insightful. His domain and physical body were effortlessly severed. Over 300 world envoys were cleaved with a single stroke. This terrifying might, the Wugu ancestor was well aware of its implications. I really didn't expect that the cultivator camp would have a Starlight Lord, and then you, Lord Luo Feng. The Wugu ancestor snorted coldly and then immediately plunged into time and space, heading to a higher layer of the Abyss of Destruction, the Ice Peak Camp's territory. Ice Mountain Master, a manifestation of the Wugu ancestor, descended, immediately seeking the Ice Peak ancestor. A towering ice mountain figure opened its eyes, composed entirely of deep blue ice, naturally emitting an endless chill, making it impossible for low-level primordial and high-level primordial beings to survive over the surrounding vast area. Wugu. The Ice Peak ancestor looked at the Wugu ancestor. Do you have something to say? Ranked among the top 3 in the Ice Peak camp, respectively are Shujai, Ice Mountain, and Piyu Cheng. But Piyu Cheng ancestor is the most disobedient among the 12 Undying and Undying. Although the Wugu ancestor is somewhat greedy, it is at least more obedient. So the Ice Peak ancestor values the Wugu ancestor. Ice Mountain Master, I encountered Luo Feng in the Abyss of Destruction. Wugu solemnly said, I went all out, but the result was my body being severed in one stroke, and the control of the 8th layer destruction world was also taken away. The Ice Peak ancestor was shocked. Impossible. Before engaging, I wouldn't have believed it either, the Wugu ancestor said while waving his hand, showing the previous battle scene in midair beside him. Since battles often occur in the Abyss of Destruction, the various forces can't keep an eye on it all the time. The confrontation between the Wugu ancestor and Luo Feng happened too quickly, and no one noticed. When I fought with Luo Feng, no other powerhouse was paying attention to the destruction world in this layer at that time. The Wugu ancestor said in a deep voice, this battle remains a secret for now. Even if one tries to observe the past, generally, the confrontation at this level isn't visible. Observing the past can reveal battles at the ancestor and lord level. Yet in the entire endless primordial space, only a handful can achieve this. As for observing the future, the past is set, but the future holds countless possibilities. Walking on different future timelines can confuse many strong beings. It's far more difficult than observing the past. Could this Luo Feng really be so strong? The Ice Peak ancestor commented after watching the entire battle scene. Though your physical body isn't particularly strong, among the ancestors, it's considered upper medium, with a strong domain as well, and even with the power of destruction world to boost you, you didn't block a single move. This destructive power has surpassed Mo Man, Jin, and Ming Huang from the cultivator camp. The Wugu ancestor nodded, as he had engaged with Mo Man, Jin, Ming Huang, among others due to some struggles over the destruction world. This Luo Feng is certainly much stronger than Jin, Mo Man, and the others. Simply relying on the power of breaking is naturally far inferior to Jin and the others. Yet, when the primordial life and death Dao is combined with the power of breaking, some of Luo Feng's killing moves can instantly unleash 1/10 of the energy reserve. This is much more substantial than the energy burned by Jin, Mo Man, and Ming Huang when they burned their main battle avatar. Luo Feng's blade naturally severed the Wugu ancestor's body with ease. Though Yuan is powerful, his expertise lies in formation. He can't achieve what Luo Feng has. This destructive power directly targets Starlight and Shujai. It's already considered the highest tier of the infinite primordial space. After watching the complete battle scene, Ice Peak ancestor made his judgment, but his mood wasn't good. The cultivator cap, which once depended on him, has already become quite disobedient, and now that Luo Feng's strength has increased once again, the cultivator camp will only become more dominant. The Wugu asked, Ice Mountain Master, how should we respond? Endless just broke through, and now Luo Feng breaks through. The Ice Peak ancestor indeed felt somewhat exhausted. After the infinite ancestor breakthrough, he became undying and undying, rivaling the Ice Peak ancestor in strength. Moreover, the innate primordial camp is originally the strongest faction, and now it's even stronger. The rising star in the cultivator camp, Luo Feng, is advancing close to the level of Starlight and Shujai. As the leader of the 3 camps, Ice Peak camp, How could the Ice Peak ancestor not feel exhausted? Within his own camp, Piyu Cheng is disobedient, and the three monarchs of Feng Lacey are always stirring up trouble. Don't worry, the strongest conflict with the cultivator camp is with the innate primordial camp. The innate primordial camp owns half of the ancestors in the entire endless primordial space. Their hunger for resources, their thirst for the source world origin, makes them destined mortal enemies. The Ice Peak ancestor opened his mouth, let them fight first. The harder they fight, the greater the hatred, and the harder it is to reconcile. The Wugu nodded. The number of ancestors in the Ice Peak camp is far less than half compared to the innate primordial camp. Now this Luo Feng has only been a lord for how long? The Ice Peak ancestor sighed. Our Ice Peak camp hasn't had a strong force appearing for a long time. This Luo Feng is indeed somewhat terrifying. The Wugu ancestor was quite proud. Yet, Luo Feng's growth rate still startled the Wugu. Indeed, now he is directly challenging Starlight and Shoujo. What about the future? The Ice Peak ancestor felt as if the cultivator camp was about to surpass their Ice Peak camp, and that Ice Peak camp had no way to deal with it. A sense of powerlessness. The eighth layer of the abyss of destruction. Shadow of origin, indeed peculiar. Luo Feng quickly left his mark on the shadow of origin. Now that the Wugu ancestor had departed, Luo Feng began to carefully study the shadow of origin. Unlike the normal origin of a mysterious land, it's more illusory. No wonder it's called shadow of origin by the ancestors and lords. It's so ethereal, seemingly dependent on the entire abyss of destruction for its existence. Luo Feng vaguely perceived